everyone. I am back. As you know, earlier this morning, Vincent Hill um, had commentary about Larry Reid. He spoke about relationships, things that happen in ministries. Um, a lot of stuff has happened. Also, before Larry Reid came on, I had a chance to look at the official King Payne's interview with Lester. And this was very interesting because Vincent Hill mentioned this person. And I find it very interesting that Lester said he was married to Larry's cousin, and this is why he didn't get deported, because he's married, which lines up with Vincent's story. Now, again, it could be coincidental, but this man said a lot of things. Larry has mentioned that his former employees are disgruntled. They are bothered because of his money. They want to be with him. It seems like a lot of people want to be his boyfriend or want more from him than he's willing to give. And you know, I heard him mentioning that. But now, according to Lester, it seemed like it was a lick. It seemed like it was. Lester said he learned how to like him pretty much. I'm paraphrasing. Lester said he was really not fond of Larry, but it was the money and it was a lick. Lester said a lot of stuff. Lester talked about testing, and it was a lot of stuff that Lester said. Oh, ooh. So, um, and let's not forget, Lester was a professional football player. He's known. Lester was not poor. Lester had some money himself, but it seems like he doubled as a cook and a whole lot of things. So it's a lot of things going on. But Queenie, the Virgo, you said, JW, did you notice what I noticed he didn't deny? Well, we're going to get into a lot of stuff. I watched Larry Reid live, and Larry was very disappointed in Vincent. He said that he helped Vincent. He gave Vincent what he gave him and some things he didn't want to give him. It hurt him badly because he knows Vincent's mom and his family, and he just was really upset, and it hurt him to the core that Vincent is saying these things about him. Um, he addressed situations with Vincent starting the show and all of these things. Um, and he was saying that a lot of people don't have anything to do with what Vincent is putting out. And he's really disturbing and disrupting people's homes, their marriages. He said Vincent is mad. Maybe it's the money. He really said that Vincent is really mad because he's not in the group anymore. He doesn't have these benefits. And he just wants to hurt Larry because of his money. He said, Larry was saying, what does it make a difference if he have a house in Raleigh and everything? And then Larry was really upset because he's trying to tell his donors not to give. You know, now I didn't know Kendall is smoking hot. Y'all got to tell me why Kendall is smoking hot. Now, let me say this. I listened to Vincent and I listened to Larry. Larry is using Patreon, I guess, to tell the real tea. I ain't paying $24 on Patreon. I ain't sowing no seeds into nothing while Vincent did it free. And again, baby, all of this sowing seeds, and I don't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Baby, well, let me say this, Queenie. Let me say this. This is the question. How did Vincent get those things? Why would Vincent be that mad that he would even put those things out there? Vincent seems like a even keeled person. And even as he was dropping tea, it wasn't nasty, pissed off. He was very calm in addressing it. And then he provided text messages, pictures, voice recordings. How could you not mistake your voice on a phone? How could you not tell us about some things that you said that we heard on the phone? The man is married. This man is married to your cousin. And we hear you saying that this is a contractual marriage. And that's all I'm saying, boo. Now, it's a mess. It's a mess. And all of this nervous chuckling and telling the story and going 50 years down the line and baby, I need some Fonnie Willis. Let me tell you something. I need you to be like Fonnie Willis. Fonnie Willis said, Fannie Willis, Fonnie Willis, whatever that Willis lady name. She said, let me come up here and testify in this court. She said, I'm not on trial. Okay, Fonnie Willis was not playing with the girls. Fonnie Willis was not playing with the girls. I had to watch that too. Fonnie Willis is not playing with the girls. She said, don't talk to me that way. She said, don't start yelling at me. Fonnie Willis was not playing with the girls. She was not playing with the girls. And I'm going to need somebody to stop playing in our faces. And this man said, first of all, I never heard anybody deny that they had a 13-year sexual relationship. This man said, I am gay. He said, I am gay. Okay? That's what Vincent said. Vincent, now, when it comes to the little offering and stuff, it is what it is. It's the other stuff. It's the other stuff. It's the other stuff. You never addressed that. This man was your cook, but it seemed like other things was cooking, according to this man. And people gonna go with the receipts. Oh my God. Baby, Fonnie Willis was not playing with the girl. I know I'm skipping back to Fonnie Willis, but honey, Fonnie was not playing. She was asking them questions. She said, didn't I just answer that question? Well, maybe he didn't hate to do. Wait a minute, Queenie. Wait a minute, Queenie. Wait a minute, Queenie. Maybe he wasn't allowed to be himself. Maybe it would mess up somebody's brand. I don't know. I thought that he I didn't know if he liked men or not, but I know when he went with T.S. Madison, I'm like, okay, some gotta be up. Baby, everybody calling themselves a prophet and everything, and you mean God didn't say, hey, this man and these things might come back to bite you? And all of these dreams you be having, if you can have a detailed dream of God saying something about your finances and Buddha don't need to be touching your finances, he couldn't give you no dream to say Buddha's getting ready to turn on you. And maybe you not, baby, he didn't say that. I don't know. Baby, I mean, God always work when it's convenient for them. I just don't know. Okay, Dimples. Well, he said he ain't straight today. And he said 13 years. 13 years. I come to tell you what Buddha said. I come to tell you what Buddha said. Baby, this is a hot mess. It's a hot mess. And baby, and all I know is what I heard on official King Payne show. Now, this is the thing. This is the thing. How did this man call Bishop Whitehead and Larry Number, according to this man, according to what's his name? Leslie. What's his name? Leslie. According to Leslie. But why is the phone in Leslie? I see it's things that ain't adding up. And Leslie said some things that just corroborate what Vincent said. Now, again, whether y'all think Vincent's straight or gay or not, that ain't really doing me right now. Y'all really getting sidetracked. That ain't doing it right now. Because whether the man gay, straight, bisexual, trisexual, whatever, pansexual, it don't matter. The man had receipts. The
Hey,
man
Pastor.
and so did the man from Trinidad, the soccer player. He had receipts. And again, Vincent had this. How you get that married man booty pictures and stuff? How you get that? How you get that? How you? We listening to you talk to Vincent like you on 1-900 get a date or something. Call me. It was raunchy. Y'all didn't hear them tapes. Is it my ears the only one who heard all of that heavy breathing? Lord have mercy. Okay, Lady Dimples, you on, but I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to listen to everybody's side, but some things are not added up. Go ahead, Lady Dimples.
Hey, Pastor. Thank you for letting me up. Um, Pastor, I gotta. You walk a fine line. Can we just get? Who do you believe?
Jesus.
Well, baby, I just want
Well,
to say
let me say this, Lady Dimples. I'm looking at evidence, and I've always talked about evidence, even in that first
always.
situation. I've
You
always
always deal
said,
with receipts.
what is the receipt saying? Because people can say things, but receipt is gonna tell it. And I'm listening to Vincent's receipts. I'm listening to the cook Lester, whatever his name,
Oh,
his
I ain't
receipt.
getting to that.
Huh?
Now, was that on King Payne's?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Cause
Me too, baby. I was cracking up. King Payne was like, my. I'm
see
like,
what
you
that
can't
thing
say
at?
nothing other than that.
Oh,
My.
he's so slow and delayed. I can't. I had to stop.
My.
I
But
had.
look,
Mm,
whether he's slow and delayed, though, that man had some receipts. That man was at
he's
your
a
house.
stalker. He's a stalker, honey.
Who?
Um, King Payne. But you
Well,
know
no,
what?
see, Lady Dimples, see, see, look, I'm not concerned what King Payne is. What I'm concerned about is what King Payne questions he asked and what that man said. See, I'm not getting into that, because I know you may not like the man, but see, that's not the case. I'm listening to what the guest said,
Well,
and the
two things
guest,
that you right
the
is
guest was in that house.
I gotta go back and see it. I literally, Pastor, you was the first person when I woke up. Lord, when I woke up, you were the first person that I saw with the title. So that made me go to the blog when I seen about Larry Reid. I didn't know nothing about these campaign interviews in North Carolina to beat. I went to my old favorite blogger that Larry Reid stole a lot of her stories from. The Ann Brock, she used to do the blog, the old church something,
Mm-hmm.
and I went and she dropped the link of Buddha, and I went and saw that. Then I saw your video. You capped it off, and then I started seeing because I had unsubbed from King Payne because King Payne, my feelings. And then I hate that he always titles everything an exclusive, exclusive. Everything ain't an exclusive, but I guess that's what triggers the algorithm or the aneurysm, as Bless would say. But anyway, you kicked it off for me, baby, because I didn't know nothing of this, and
Well,
my
look,
mouth had
look, look,
hit
baby,
the
it was
floor.
early. One morning, just before the break of day, baby, email said check Buddha's webpage. I started running, I started clicking. Okay, baby, look. Buddha said what Buddha said.
Woo! Yes, he
And
did.
Buddha had them receipts and
Ooh.
he had them tapes. Now Larry was very mad because they put
Mm.
that man Apostle Philip whatever Mafrista or whatever his name
The
is,
prophet.
the
Well, wait, wait,
prophet
wait,
up
wait.
there.
What got me was so Larry tried to half address that video, but that ain't addressed that the man immediately started stripping and then going to try to seduce Larry. Tell him, I thought you said you had to pay.
Baby, you called that too. You called that too. And the man is a real police officer.
Wait. The preacher?
Child, all
Oh,
in the uniform.
he immediately started stripping.
So,
Stripping.
Lady Dimples, I'm not
Ooh,
trying to be messy. I'm just telling you what I seen, not what I saw, but what I
baby.
seen. And all I'm
Ooh.
saying is, you're trying to make profit off of this, and he said it's gonna go away in 5 months.
Well,
Okay, all
this is
right.
what I came up here to say. Pastor Wilson, and I'm trying to log into my Patreon because he done got me. I done upgraded my plan. Now I done already. Now this Joker is so good. Oh my God, he done already convinced us about 3, 4, maybe before the pandemic to get the annual plan for the $12 a month membership. Today was the first day I even heard of a new plan of $24, which is more than what we pay for Netflix and BT Plus and everything else. Like that's the money grab there. And he ain't been posting hardly nothing. And I don't even go to his little Bible study things because that's begging and that whole prosperity thing. I don't.
Did you catch it when he said that this ain't for the poor people?
Oh,
Yeah.
baby. Yes,
I'm
he
like, I ain't
did.
never seen
And he
Jesus
was,
said this is for the rich people and this is for the poor people. No, Jesus said, take up your cross and follow me. Again, but baby,
and
people be
such as I
saying
have,
stuff.
silver and gold have I number, such as I have, give I thee. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to give people something. And Vincent hit it on the head. He plays this prosperity thing, and basically it's a never ending thing. Oh, you got to give, you got to sow a repentance seed and all that. And Vincent ain't lying because I've seen people say they gave their last. I don't play with that, even within the
Mm.
agents in the sector that you were previously adjacent to. I don't play with money like that. If I give, I give, but I don't give like that because I've been in church and I know how people
We know
manipulate
how
you with
people
money.
do. We know how people do.
So I was very
Dimple.
leery with giving. I mean, I
We
had
done been in the Kojic churches and the apostolic churches
mhm.
where they need another offer and then take 25 offers and then come back and say we still don't have enough. Oh, we done seen it all.
I've never felt privy to that stuff. That people give their last and stuff, and I know what I make and what I do, and it's still hard for everybody and things like that. So why are you giving a play on people? But what I want to say is that it's a deeper issue with Larry because I will say Larry is a true prophet. Now, Larry did do a teaching years ago when he was more about a prophet of God and a prophet of the devil, but it's the spiritual manipulation that's going on with people. When Larry had his service Life Guide for You, when he first started coming, I signed it for one of his prophecies. The spirit brought me back to this file because he sent you a recording, and it didn't hit at that time, and I just put it on the burner because to me,
Mm-hmm.
prophecy a lot of times works like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people say prophecies the a word of knowledge, they get it confused.
Mm-hmm.
Need to say he went back, and when that thing played, it literally spoke to my present situation. I mean, head on. So I will say I experienced Larry for that. But what I want to say is that he uses, and we've seen this a lot with these pastors, they have these giftings, but they use it as a ploy and manipulate the people. And the number one, I mean, there's other layers. And one thing, Pastor, I know you don't do teaching and stuff, but I would love if you really got back into this
Well,
because
let me say this though. Let me tell you something. God is not a water faucet.
mm-mm,
God moves when God wants to move.
yes,
And again, we can't act like God is our do boy or our butler and our maid. I mean, who do we think God is? I mean, God is a sovereign. God does what God wants to do. God don't move by your time. And so again, I don't have a problem with the fivefold gifts because I believe in the
Mm,
fivefold gifts of ministry. But I don't in part, you prophesy in part.
yes.
Don't prostitute the ministry.
And
If
that's
you
what's
ain't hearing
happening.
from God, then don't say nothing. When it ain't Jesus talking to me, I'll say, y'all, this is me. But if I feel that something is really in my spirit that God is unctioning me to say, then I'll say it. But I don't play with that. I don't play with that, Lady Dimples. And again, I don't know what's going on with him. But he seemed to be more hurt and mad about Vincent trying to not have his donors give money.
Well, he has
And
to. It's his lifestyle. I mean, he has an extravagant lifestyle. Did you see the trip that he took? And I think there was two trips. I think personal when that set it off. When I seen that picture with all them fine men on that thing, I said, ain't no way in the world they ain't screwing, honey. And I
well,
seen
I
Larry in
can't
person.
say that. I can't say that, Lady Dimples, because I
Your
didn't see.
spirit didn't. Your
I
spirit
didn't
didn't
because
get alert when you seen
number
that
one, I
picture.
don't look at them that much. I told you it has waned
Ooh,
because there's some things I don't. But look, I don't need to see no Dubai trip. I heard what that cook, that
eating
former
at Salt
employee
Bay's
said.
restaurant and stuff. You know how expensive Salt Bay is? Getting gold steaks and oh yeah, they have drinks, honey. I mean on yachts and oh that's
And that's
lavish
the
and I
thing. Okay, so now look. I know who I am. Number one, I am not a pastor of a church. I am not leading a congregation. Now, am I ordained? And yes, yes. But my thing is, this man is drunk as a skunk and taking his clothes off and doing all of this. Let's say nothing happened with him and Larry did exactly what he said. He went right on and left that room and let that man stay there. But still, shouldn't the people in the church be like, well, Apostle, why are you getting drunk with wine and taking your clothes off in front of this man? But hey, it is what it is. And I don't know if that was supposed to get out or not, but it sure
it
got out.
wasn't. It wasn't. And he tried to downplay it as best as possible. I mean, Larry has made it clear, especially with his doing some drink. I mean, they don't hide it even. They try to play it in. Some people
Okay.
really do believe that
And
you
look,
don't
let me
drink
say
and
this ain't
drive.
even a beat up Larry situation. It
Mm-mm.
is, I'm looking at receipts. I
No.
am looking at receipts. You
But
may
Pastor,
not like Buddha, but Buddha put out
mm,
receipts.
no,
This
he did.
man, this soccer football player, Lester,
Was that the
uh,
massager or the cook?
this is the cook. The
Ooh,
cook, the cook doesn't put out stuff. Baby, the cook had a car and all of this stuff according to the cook in the
well, they all
contract
got
and
cars.
everything.
They all got Mercedes and everything.
Yeah, and the cook said that like now, according to the cook, because King Payne got real nosy and asked the man, is Reid a top or bottom? Child, he said he versed, but
He
he's
first.
he said he was top with him. I'm like, oh Jesus.
And Pastor, that's another thing. This is a bigger thing because I'm gonna tell you. When I was at the Stellar Awards, 2 years ago, when it was in Atlanta, Larry and I went to the Ricky Dillard concert, and Larry and Bishop Jordan all them walked past me with an entourage. Ooh, that man smelled so good. I mean, he ugly as sin, but it's something about him, the way he presents himself. And baby, I seen that dick print. Ooh, he is blessed. But I could tell he is. But what gets me is, you present that you want feminine, and even today he wants to play. Oh, he basically pretty much told it, yeah, you might have sucked it or sat on it, but I ain't do you like a woman. And I've been in that situation too, where it's a disconnect and a sexual thing where they're just using you to get their things off. That's why I had to stop sleeping around so much. But it kills me that he's messing with all these appearing masculine people. All of them are masculine, but he wants to play the side and be feminine and try to give these women a chance. That always stood out to me.
Well,
And
baby, let
project
me say this. Let me
because
say
they're
this,
all
lady.
masculine
Let
appearance.
me say this,
Fine,
lady
except for Buddha.
Dimples.
Buddha's the ugliest.
Let me say
Oh,
this, lady Dimples. First of all, I read them comments on after Buddha had finished,
Uh-huh.
and Jimmy Battle came up in there.
Ooh!
Yes, he did. And Jimmy Battle said it's one thing to cover for your leader, but it's another thing to cover up. He said when you cover your leader, you hold them accountable. But when you cover up, you allow. Baby Jimmy said it's this. Jimmy was
He
on
said
there.
that on Buddha's
He typed it on Buddha's thing. Jimmy
and
Battle
you
was
know
on
what?
there.
That Jimmy Battles thing hurt me because when I don't know if you remember if you saw the interview with the cigar blogger and he bust out crying over it. Now they were saying things about Jimmy because I guess he's from that Atlanta South area. You know, they all run together kind of. And they said he was messy and stuff, but that still don't change what happened to him. And when I heard that grown man crying and just wanted validation, it just broke my heart because ain't no grown man crying like that.
It was sad because this boy thought he was going to get something, and then he got real quiet. But
And
Jimmy done came up, and then a lady came up, and she said, "This is why no women can't get no man in the church because y'all up there
baby,
taking all the men's, okay,
baby.
buying them and everything." That's what the lady said.
And that's what and not a lot they don't want to talk about it, but that's what a lot of disgruntled people, women become disgruntled, and women were the biggest contributors. But I bet you if there's a study going on, women are backing away too because they're right. They want to come in the church. Even my organization has a single alliance, and I'm like, well, why are these people single year after year and in positions? And some people I didn't even mess with. Okay.
But this is the thing too, Lady Dimples. Now, and I don't know if the room called this, but I can't understand how these people just getting married for appearances.
Queenie is killing me.
Baby, these people are getting married for
Well,
appearances.
they have to.
Oh my God. That's not safe. That's not safe. And then now this is alleged, because all of this is alleged. We are only just talking about the responses and what we've heard people say. All this is alleged. But the Lester dude who was the cook, he was married to Larry's cousin. So now
And
let me
she's a
say,
lesbian.
child, that's why you had to go on here and take my little thunder, Lady
Oh,
Dimples. Why I can
sorry.
even say it? Yeah. That's
And
what is alleged. Because now
it
I
ain't
did
no
see her
allege.
picture. Hold on for a minute. I did see her picture, and she looked like she could throw a nasty piece of shot put and throw that javelin, honey. She looked like
Mm-hmm.
she played a little volleyball and on the softball team. And I ain't saying everybody who plays softball is a lesbian, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And so,
yeah, because we
but
had a
but
softball
but this is
player.
the thing. He said that, right? This is what the cook said. But
Mm-hmm.
then Vincent said it, and then he played the recording of what is alleged to be Larry Reid talking about a contractual marriage, and she's good with that. Let me say this, y'all. That man was coming up with receipts to back up what he was saying. And
Yes.
that's what was deep about it. So when he said, because let me tell you something, had he said that there was some contractual marriage or people just getting married for show and everything, I would have said, Buddha, now you going real too far. You lying, Buddha. But baby, when he played that recording, so but
Mm.
now, now, Larry is saying, as I'm listening to him on his live, was saying that Vincent took a lot of this stuff out of context, and that's what he's saying.
Oh, he's trying to play that. And another thing which I hate, if you caught it, Larry's trying to play on Buddha's mental health, trying to allege that he got some mental illness going on. Did you catch that?
Well, he was like pretty sane to me.
Well, he tried to play on that, and even when they first met, the guy did it. He was like, "Oh no, he has issues."
But let me say this though. Now, one thing I didn't appreciate what Larry did: do not bring Monique and her son into this. Do not bring Carry On and Kurt in this. Do not bring the man's and their situation in this. Now, I have feelings about the Monique thing. I think Monique plight is real, but I do think that charity begins at home and spread abroad. You need to fix your situation with your son because that boy is hurting, and
Mm.
you have admitted that you were not the mother that you needed to be. And your daddy or your husband he didn't do the right thing by saying he only have three sons. Because when you marry Monique, you marry her kids, unfortunately, and you don't ever say that's not my son, even though you know that's not your biological son. That but that left a bad taste in my mouth. And
Mine.
then he was really trying to talk to his mama. He wasn't trying to talk to you. So again, Larry putting this, and you're using these analogies like you got this thing, like you, this man's daddy. I mean, Buddha is not a young man. Buddha is an adult, and you and Buddha work together. If anything, and to the point where this man, as you were saying, was taking care of your finances. But now Buddha got a different story to tell. Buddha said it was more than being an armor bearer and an assistant. Buddha said for 13 years, y'all did some things.
Some
That's according to
bad,
Buddha.
honey.
Now that's according to
And
Buddha.
Buddha thought he was the only one, and Buddha got his feelings. Now I do believe that Buddha got his feelings when he found out he wasn't the only one.
Well, but the thing is, Buddha knew this for a while. Buddha, according to Buddha, Shamaka went to, according to Buddha, this is Buddha's words, not mine. He said Shamaka wasn't too happy when him and Larry started getting closer. Baby, it's just like, what is this? It's like,
Well,
uh,
Larry creates this environment, and he even admitted where they all buy for his attention. And if you've never been in that situation, I mean, you're gonna make your presence known. But
but this is the thing
Larry
though.
admitted to the environment he
But I
created.
think he's too involved. When he was having people staying at his house and
Oh
stuff,
yeah,
I'm like, what is this?
but
Is
he
this the
prayed.
Camp Davidians?
I,
I mean, is this Jim Jones? What in the hell?
that type of people pray for the people that are underprivileged and serve. If you hear a lot of these people's stories, they were poor or had problems, and then playing in that deliverance and prophetic thing, they teach you, because I've come from that type, and I had to pull myself out, because they teach you got to stay underneath the leader and be underneath the anointing and all that type of stuff. So he plays with that, and he and that attracts a certain type of people.
I guess y'all. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna say this. Larry said he's not going to address a lot of this stuff, and he said he's not going to hurt Buddha. He's disappointed and everything. But then, if you really want to know the good, you got to pay that $24 on Patreon.
Well, I paid it, and he still ain't live, and he claimed he was going live,
Hold
and
on
he
now.
did.
And then he said, Lady Dimples, if you share this, he said he'll have your IP address so messed up.
Oh,
Baby, he is threatening folks like TDJ.
he's
Okay.
he's a lie. But let me tell you how good he got me on this Patreon, and I'm gonna leave after this. Well, I'm gonna tell you what my takeaway after that is. But let me tell you how he got me, honey, because I already paid for the annual pass. So then, when you sign up your membership tier, it wouldn't allow me to go monthly for the 22, because I was just gonna pay the 24 and delete it, because I know it ain't gonna be nothing. Baby, oh no, they said because I've already was annual, I had to sign up for annual. So Larry got another $100 and some odd dollars out of me. So I don't
No,
so you
Lady
see
Dimples, not you.
yes.
Lady Dimples, ain't you PAW? Don't you? Ain't you apostolic? What's wrong with you?
Born and raised, honey. And S. Hutchinson, our convention's gonna be in Baltimore next month. So you come on and get some deliverance, honey. You come on,
Okay,
I'll
I'm
walk
not
you through
going
the
there. See,
altar.
Lady Dimples, you just got messy, Lady Dimples. And then when somebody come for your throat, then you're gonna be pissed off.
Well,
See, Lady
I
Dimples, you be
won't.
doing some messy stuff.
She come on to the Baltimore Convention Center. I'm not gonna be dressed up, because I won't do the house of God like that, be my family. But come on, baby, I'll walk you right to the altar, and you can
Oh
roll and
Lord,
get
see,
that
y'all
true
already
deliverance.
fighting. Stop, Lady Dimples. You so messy. You
Uh-huh.
so messy, Lady Dimples. I can't deal with you. But let
Pastor
me say
Victor.
this, Lady Dimples, though.
Uh-huh.
Well, look, don't get your IP address scrambled and stuff with this Patreon, because Larry already
I
done
ain't
told
sharing it,
y'all.
but I'm gonna take notes.
hmm But let me say this, you all. I am looking and observing. These are observations and not judgments. These are alleged accusations. I'm telling you what I heard and what I did not hear. It's a lot. One thing Larry did say is he did not do anything to what's that boy's name? He said he ain't mess with nobody underage. Did y'all hear that? He said he ain't mess with nobody underage. He said he messed with nobody underage. Now he didn't say he didn't mess with nobody above age, but he said he ain't messed with nobody underage. He wants to be very clear with that. Um, Somebody said no, he's only telling it on tier 2 and it's $25. Come on, Queenie. Look, baby. I hope these people get it right. But this is a hot mess. And Larry said what he said. He said he's not going to do all of this. He said this will be done within a month. He said Vincent may be want to be him or wanted to be with him. He went all down the line. Larry Reid said he is back to his normal size. He said he had gained a little weight when he was all up on these YouTube streets. And he said he's back to his regular size right now and everything. Yeah. So anyway, baby, I thought I could ask for 3 wishes because he was looking like a whole Alibaba and Genie all up in there with that head wrap. But it is what it is, baby. A lot of people going live tonight. I ain't paying for nothing. I'm gonna say this: everybody who really can I say everybody who really dropping tea is giving it for free, honey. Why am I gonna pay for the cow when I can get the milk for free? I ain't going on nobody Patreon and paying no tier nothing. I ain't I'm gonna stay tier free and do that. Okay. Before I had all of this cable and stuff when I was moving, and before I transferred everything, baby, I was over here looking at Tubi and whatever them free things is until I got the cable, baby. Yes, I know it was rehashed news and stuff, but it did me until I needed something. Baby, I ain't paying no money for that. Daryl Moore ain't gonna have no Patreon. Okay. What's his name? Vincent Hill ain't had no Patreon. Okay. My. Official King Payne ain't had no Patreon. Baby, King Payne with all of them my's. My King Payne, this is for you. My. This tea is good to me. My. Baby, that's all I heard King Payne say. My. I said, you better say that, my, King Payne. So anyway, you all, I'm getting ready to get on off here. But I'm just telling you, I heard the man and Larry Reid, and he said what he said. He addressed what he needed to address, and what he did not address, he did not address. And I'm gonna leave it at that. So y'all done seen what Lester the cook said on King Payne's channel. You done seen what Vincent Hill said on his channel, and you done heard Larry Reid. Okay, govern yourselves accordingly. I am not telling you who telling the truth. I am not telling you who lying. All I'm saying is I'm looking at these receipts and seeing what is receding and what's not receding. And so that's it. And that's all we can do. Have you ever been swallowed? Swallowed? Baby, let me stop. What he playing that? What he playing that though? But anyway, I'm gonna leave that right on alone. Now, some people say they believe TD Jakes had something to do with that. This is allegedly. I don't know. But that's what some people said. Some people are saying these folk who he done messed with done got together. But this is the thing though, y'all. According to Lester the cook, he said that he got mad because he believes, now he don't have no concrete proof, but according to Lester, this is in his own words. This is what Lester said. I come to tell you what Lester said. Lester said that he believed that Larry Reid allegedly called immigration on him. And the only reason why they didn't send him back to his home country, because he done married Latrice or whatever Larry cousin name is. And that's why. So he said, even though he probably didn't want to do that, that kind of helped him stay in the country. And that's what he said. He said that he broke it off, according to him, with Larry, because he got his baby mama pregnant. Well, his girlfriend pregnant, and he didn't want to do it no more. Um, and it was deep, y'all. It woo. Now this is what this man said. Now these people just can I say something? Are these people just making these stories up? Are they just making the stories up? They just making these stories up. They have some vivid imaginations, don't they? Making all of these stories up. And then I went on over to Thais Boulevard. Now, this is what Thais said. Now, this is I come to tell you what Thais said. Thais said that he had sold a seed offering of $200 to Larry Reid. But he said Conscious TV ripped him asunder and then gave him 200 plus doubled his money. Baby, it was like Thais was confused. And so Thais said, I ain't never tell nobody this. According to Thais, he said he gave Conscious TV his money back. And he said he ain't send no thumb, he ain't send no heart or nothing. Baby, these people be doing the most. Somebody said Life Changing Church Pastor is one of the DL men that Life Changes connect to Curve Love. Well, I don't know about that, Callie Rose, but we know he was drunk and we know he started taking his clothes off. And we did hear him ask Larry, I thought you had to pee. I don't know if that's cold. Girl, I don't know if that's code word for don't you have to pee. I don't know what that is, but that's what I heard. Okay, that's all I can tell you. Catherine Powell, see, I don't even know about that, baby. Now, can I say this? Can I say this again? Baby, Fonnie Willis was not coming to play with the girls. Fonnie Willis said, look, I'm coming to testify today. Boo, I'm going to sit right here and let you know how I feel. And then Fonnie Willis said, honey, I'm not on trial. She said, I don't have 91 counts. She said, I'm not on trial. Now, Fonnie Willis, baby, I looked at, can I say something? I ain't trying to be funny, but I saw that man's wife and I'm like, huh? I saw the wife, his ex-wife, and I'm like, huh? And because compared to his ex-wife, Fonnie Willis looked like Halle Berry, honey. But Fonnie Willis was not playing. Fonnie Willis said, this man has this old school mentality. And she said, I don't have no man doing nothing for me. If he gave me some money, I made sure to pay him his money back because I don't do that. Okay. And Fonnie Willis said, I don't play this tit for tat. He played for the meal sometimes. I paid for the meal sometimes. Fonnie Willis was not playing. Okay. She was not playing. When I tell you she had them pearls on and she was like, and she told that white lawyer, she said, don't yell at me, honey. She said, don't yell. She said, let's not get touchy. Okay. Fonnie's like, don't yell at me. Fonnie was not playing with the girl. Fonnie was handling that courtroom. Baby. Fonnie had that paperwork up. And Fonnie said, did I just not ask this question? And Fonnie said, I always carry some cash. Okay. Fonnie said, I carry cash when I go to the Caribbean. She said, because I can bargain. She said, it's cheaper that way. Okay. Fonnie was not, baby. Fonnie was handling them girls and she was not playing. And that judge was right there. That judge like, didn't you answer that question? Didn't you just ask that question? Okay, if you want to find the soccer players version, go to the official King Payne because the official King Payne actually interviewed the soccer player. Baby, I was spraying for weeds. Baby, I was spraying for weeds in the grass. Baby, I was in the grass pulling up weeds and spraying weeds and stuff, trying to get my grass looking halfway decent. Right, that's what I was trying to do, and I was listening and looking as I was pulling up weeds in Jesus' name. Now I'm gonna tell you, when you listen to King Payne, all you're gonna hear is my. That's all you're gonna hear. That must not understand Fulton County is Wakanda. Baby, let me tell you something. When I tell you Fonnie Willis was not playing with the girls, do you hear me? When I tell you Fonnie Willis came to tell you what Jesus said, leave me alone. But then I saw the man ex-wife, child. Mm. Fonnie Willis said I had to let it go. But see, Fonnie Willis established something. She said we started off as friends. And then, but Fonnie had her stuff together. So anyway, y'all, that's all I had to say. I'm getting ready to chill out. I got to get a phone call in a few minutes. So let me go ahead and do that. I just wanted to come live because I did hear Larry Reid. Larry Reid gave us a tank. He gonna put most of it on Patreon. So anyway, we'll find out later on. Well, baby, he kept on saying, my. I'm like, well, King Payne, can you say something else? I'm like, he was like, my. I'm like, I can't deal with all of that. I mean, I can deal with, wow, really? What else did you know? But that my. I gotta love. But King Payne is my buddy though, and he did get the stuff out that he needed to get. But anyway, well, look, y'all, I'm getting ready to get on off this. Baby, the YouTube streets is hot as fish grease, and so I'm just looking to see what's going on. So, yeah, I'll talk to y'all later on. Peace and love.